So, just put on a shirt because I'm not used to talking to camera. I feel a little exposed. I'm not sure what's allowed. I'm a bad public speaker, and I feel like I'm talking to an audience right now. Not sure who's looking at me through the camera, but I'm just here to help. And I know everyone's going through a hard time, but we really need to just stick together. Shirt doesn't fit because I've been eating surprisingly a lot. Have a slight stomach. I'm not in the same shape I used to be. I used to be an athlete, clearly no longer. I'm like lean. I'm like 6'2", like 220. Not looking that good, not looking that healthy. I've been running into a lot of bad people. And cutting my circle of friends down a lot. Even family, unfortunately. But the best way you could be there for each other is to stay in shape. Mentally and physically. My hair's not allowed to go to the barber anymore, so ridiculous. So I'll put on my gross looking hat. Trying to quit this stuff too. Replacing it with water. Water is still a free source. You get anywhere, start a fire, boil it down. It's not that difficult. I've been in survival situations for a long time. In the city, in the woods, and everywhere in between. As you can see right now, I'm not looking that good because I ran into the wrong individual and hung out with the wrong crowd. Cheers to free water. Anyways, I just want to go through a few basic exercises with you. I've fallen out of shape for a long time. I made a lot of bad decisions. But if we stand together right now and work through like the mental aspect of it and make plans according to the rules and regulations, who knows anything about what's going on? It changes by the minute. No one knows if it's real or fake. And it's making me pretty annoyed because I live in Yonkers, New York. My entire family is mostly down there now. My parents finally bought a house or built a house upstate. I was born there, but that's where I feel comfortable, to be honest. The original reason for me going and living in the city is to get like a quality job. I had a good job down there. 21, I was hired by the department. So I was a first responder. It wasn't really working out for me. I didn't really like how it was ran. Just disagreed with a few things. And I made my own mistakes. So I'll take responsibility for my own mistakes. It's probably the reason I really didn't like it. But it's all about choices. So I made another choice to go to a different department, and it didn't really go that well. I met tremendous people, and they're still some of my best friends. I'm thankful and grateful for my experience. It just wasn't where I was meant to be. And through all these mistakes and failures, I always trust my gut. Even though it's not that healthy, it's a bit big. Bigger than it used to. It's not that big, but just explaining how I feel. So, all personal things. I guess I'm venting to a camera and I have no idea who's even looking through this. The government's a crazy thing. You know, law enforcement's a crazy thing. Who knows who's watching what, but you basically need to walk through this world as if you're on camera nonstop. People have your location. It's a little bit frightening. And it makes me insecure because I feel like I have no privacy. And the biggest thing is just like fake media, fake impressions, fake everything. People are fake, things are photoshopped. I'm not going to edit this video at all. I want you to see me as I am and know I have your back in any way, shape, or form to the best of my ability. People are only human. We can only do so much, so don't ask too much of me. I certainly don't have any money. That's a fact. So, anyways, hope you guys are hanging in there. Now's a good time to just breathe, stretch, like I'm trying to do right here on the mat. So I've been doing all morning, trying to occupy my brain because we're on quarantine. Drink water, comes out of the faucet for so long. If not, I have bags ready to go, move out in the woods. But it's the strong that survive. But it's important to remember that survival starts with your mindset. Clearly, I'm still working on some things, but I'm trying to be the best version of myself. I know my capabilities as an individual. I know what I'm destined to be. I write down and reaffirm all my goals and dreams every single day, time in and time out. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I visualize where I'm headed. Sometimes it changes, but just like the world goes around and the people around you change and move, and you can't control anybody in reality unless you chain them up. And eventually they're going to figure out a way to get out. One of my favorite things is, you can put a dog in a cage so long, even if it's the best dog ever, eventually the dog, if you rattle the cage enough, eventually the dog is going to bite you. So it's all about like respect, treating each other the way you would like to be treated. It goes back to like kindergarten, preschool. If you have good parents, hopefully you have parents and they're still here and healthy, they taught you the right way. They supported you. Now's our time. I mean, in my personal opinion, for me personally, I'm 28 years old. I forget how old I am. Too many concussions. Sorry. In a time like this, our family and friends have helped us. It's time to return the favor. Just be clean, healthy, drink water. Don't get out of hand. Don't get too nutty. Everyone's running around here like they have their head cut off like a chicken. Stores are empty. It's a crazy time, but I really think that it is a time in history where it's gonna be interesting, and everything plays out differently, but we need to embrace it. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And if you don't enjoy the journey, what's the point? The journey could be fun. It's going to have its ups and downs. You're going to go through the twisties, over the hills, through mountaintops. You're going to get to blockages in the road. But there's always a way around. If you just think it through, you have the right support, you'll get through it. And I haven't reached it yet, so it could be a false statement, but I really think that you will get to the full potential of yourself. Sorry, I suck at public speaking. I'm working on it. Maybe I'll get better in the future. But just like that statement I just made, life is a process. Good, bad, tragic, tremendously tragic. But everyone has their time that they're born and they die. And in between, you got to make like the best of it. There's a lot of struggles, ups, downs. You get the picture. So right now, I'm going to put you through a few paces just to start moving. This is like me right now, really out of shape, even though I could still take multiple punches. Just getting distracted. Make sure you hang out with the right crowd. Choose accordingly. Right now, people are nutty. Pick and choose very wisely who you hang out with, because it's going to affect your mental health really bad. People are going to stray you off of the path that you're meant on, or meant to be on. If you hang out with the right people, they support you, you're going to be good, in my opinion. I think we could all get through this.